In today's video, we're going to explore the Mexican INE, the INE, or the Instituto Nacional Electoral, which manages the voter registration and the issuance of the voter ID card known as the Credencial para Votar. This document is not just for voting, it's one of the most widely used forms of identification in Mexico. If you spend any time in Mexico, you've seen people whip out their INE card. So in this video, let's delve into what the INE is, its importance, how it's structured, how to get one, and its practical uses. So, the INE is an autonomous body responsible for organizing federal elections in Mexico. But more relevant to our discussion today, it issues the voter ID card, which has become the de facto national ID. This card is crucial for a variety of activities beyond merely voting. So voting is the primary purpose, and it allows individuals to participate in elections. But beyond that, this card, this INE card, serves as basically the official identification document for countless administrative tasks, like opening bank accounts, getting a driver's license, or applying for social services. It's also used for travel, for domestic flights. Within Mexico, the INE card is often used as proof of identity. And in legal transactions, it can be required for procedures like property transactions, marriage registration, or any legal contract needing proof of identity. So the INE card, I'll throw it up on the screen, but it includes a photograph of the card holder. It's a photo ID. It's got the full name, date of birth. It has the clave de elector, which is a unique alphanumeric code similar to the CURP or RFC used to track voter registration, but it's different. It'll have the address where you're supposed to vote. It'll have your signature, and it'll have an expiration date. The card's typically valid for 10 years and must be renewed. Quick word on the address. This address is kind of used to determine your city and state of residency in Mexico. And I've seen firsthand how this can have benefits, especially in touristy places, regarding getting discounts, okay? So if you have, say, an address in the Yucatan, you often get discounts on the cenotes and the Mayan ruins and stuff like that in the area. Same thing in Quintana Roo. In Quintana Roo, if you have a Quintana Roo license, or INE, then you get discounts. And I've seen this in other parts of Mexico as well. So if I were you, I would strategically have your address in a place that gives you the most discounts, the place where you spend your time and that kind of thing. And it can even be worth changing your address if you move to a different state, if only expressly to get discounts on certain things. Cool. So let's talk about how to obtain an INE card. To be eligible, you must be a Mexican citizen over 18 years old to apply for your first voter ID. This INE card is only for Mexicans. It's only for Mexican citizens. If you get Mexican citizenship by descent, you can also get an INE. But if you are simply a resident of Mexico, if you are a foreigner residing in Mexico, you will have your residency card, but you'll not be able to get the INE card. So your residency card, as well as your driver's license, would kind of fill the role that this INE would. And by the way, if you're watching this video, you might be interested in either Mexican citizenship by descent or in residency in Mexico if you don't have Mexican family connections. My Latin Life helps with both services. We help gringos get residency in Mexico, Canadians, Americans, Europeans. And then also for people who have Mexican parents or grandparents, we can help you get a Mexican passport by descent and Mexican citizenship. So there will be a link in the description where you can book a call with us, start the engagement, and get that citizenship or residency in your hands as quickly as possible. Back to the core subject of today's video. Let's talk about how to get an INE card and the application process. So you can apply at any INE office, which can often be found in shopping centers, malls, government buildings, or dedicated INE facilities. You'll bring your birth certificate or your naturalization certificate, proof of address, and a valid photo ID if you already have one. You'll need to fill out an application form, get photographed, and provide your fingerprints, in other words, your biometrics. And for first-time voters, if you've never had an INE card, you'll need to attend a personal interview where your identity is verified. And then for renewals or changes, due to a change in address or personal details, the process is similar, but typically quicker since your ID is already in the system. And then for lost or stolen cards, you can request a replacement by visiting an INE office with your identification documents. The INE card also comes with security features like holograms, microprinting, and UV elements to prevent forgery, making it a highly secure form of ID. There are some nuances to consider. So regarding voter registration, by getting your INE card, you're automatically registered to vote. You can check your voter status or request changes online or at any INE office. Regarding privacy and data protection, the INE is responsible for safeguarding your personal information, and there are strict laws regarding its use and distribution. And then regarding updates, if you move or you change your name, you must update your INE card to ensure that you can vote in the correct district or under your current legal name. And as we mentioned earlier, having the correct address or having a strategic address can lead to discounts on different services, particularly like tourism and activities, stuff like that. In conclusion, the INE card is more than just a means to vote. It's a fundamental piece of identification documentation in Mexico, used daily by millions of people for all sorts of legal and administrative purposes. Understanding how to manage your INE status, whether obtaining, renewing, or updating your details, is crucial for anyone living or doing business in Mexico. Thank you for joining me in this exploration of the Mexican INE, the INE. If you found this video informative, please like, share, and subscribe for more content related to Mexican administrative processes, getting residency in Mexico, citizenship, and really second passports and internationalization all around Latin America. Till next time, see you in the next video.